Good morning, Berean. Today is February 26, 2024. We're on White Bell schedule, and this is Berean Daily.
Are you playing any spring sports? Well, make sure to get your spring sports merchandise before it's too late. There are now sweatshirts and t-shirts for each sport available.
Fill out the Google form posted around the school, on Instagram, and on the website under Spirit Wear. You even have the option to customize it with your own name and number on the back. The form closes on March 1st.
Medical Club will be having a meeting today during lunch in Miss Walsh's room. We will be having a club bonding time with medical-related games, and snacks will be provided.
Seniors, March 5th, 1 week from tomorrow, is our senior off-campus lunch, where we will all leave campus together and ride the bus to Rocco's for a fun time of lunch and bonding together. Remember, you have already paid for this event and completed the permission slip at registration at the beginning of the year.
This is simply a reminder that this Purple Bell is reserved for our all-class senior off-campus lunch. That means that you are not allowed to leave campus on next Tuesday, unless you are riding the bus with us to Rocco's. Students attending the lunch will be required to ride the bus.
Hey Eagles, it's time for our 2024-2025 student leadership selection.
And we want you to consider if stepping into a leadership role on the Berean campus is right for you.
Some of you may be wondering, what is student leadership and what exactly do they do?
Student leadership is a class where we meet during fourth period every day. We follow curriculum, hear from a variety of different guest speakers, attend leadership conferences, all in order to grow in our ability to lead well.
Leadership is a family of nearly 30 Berean students, freshmen through seniors with different interests and different personalities who come together in the name of serving our school. We spend a ton of time together working to make Berean great, and we have a ton of fun together while we do it.
Lastly, leadership is a job between various committees and elected office positions. We're responsible for things like
building community through fun events like all-school retreat, March Madness, and Spirit Weeks.
Encouraging involvement, connection, and school spirit through things like class competitions and class socials.
Showing hospitality and care to new students.
Planning grade-specific activities like junior-senior ball and senior year events. In addition to elected officer positions, we have various committees positions focused on everything from
planning our large social events like homecoming and our all-school social.
Overseeing the audiovisual needs of the school at chapels and events.
Planning pep rallies, fundraising, and running the student store.
Encouraging students in their faith and spiritual growth.
Planning charitable giving and community outreach projects.
And encouraging and celebrating our peers and staff.
But through everything we do, our heart is to love and serve our school in an effort to make Berean the best it can be. We aim to glorify God by making His school a thriving community for you.
We are looking for students who want to step up and say yes to the call to lead and love well on this campus in the 2024-2025 school year and leave a legacy for those years to come.
If that is you, be sure to check out the Student Leadership Manual and Application. That will be sent out from Ms. Andruko today. Applications are due on March 20th.
And we need you! Fax is now open for course requests. Be sure to read Ms. Greeb's Friday email carefully. Follow all the directions and complete your request by 8 a.m. on Monday, March 4th.
Hey Eagles, this Wednesday is the last day to purchase our February Wednesday hot lunch special, pulled pork sandwiches. Next Wednesday, we will begin selling our March Wednesday hot lunch special, which will be nachos.
Juniors thinking about four-year colleges, mark your calendar for the college prep night for juniors and parents on Tuesday, March 7th at 6:30 p.m. in the gym. Come learn how to best plan for college admissions and get excited about the process.
The U.S. Army will be visiting on Tuesday at lunch in the quad. Come by the table to pick up your dog tag if you requested one. Also, come learn about career and scholarship opportunities within the military.
If you have sports results, stats, photos, or videos you'd like to see included on Berean Daily, then email them to bdsports@Berean Christian.
That's it for announcements, Berean. I'm Grace.
I'm Madeline.
I'm Christian.
And this is Berean Daily.
All right, good morning, everyone, and welcome to your weekly devotion. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're in a great second semester. Just know, we're praying for you and pulling for you, and anything you ever need, just reach out to a teacher or an administrator, and especially if you need prayer. If you would like to be prayed for anything that's going on in your life, just reach out to one of us. We started our devotions this winter by looking at the basics of our faith about the gospel. And then we started to talk about this thing called the day of the Lord, right? And the age to come. And I want to continue our spring semester by talking about Christian living. And really, what does it look like for a Christian, somebody who's going to heaven someday, to live in light of eternity? Like, what does it look like to live in light of eternity now, right? We can look at all kinds of scriptures in the Bible, and particularly the words of Christ that describe what his people look like. right? And anytime Jesus describes what his people look like, they look different, right? You can talk about the time that he called Christians, his people, salt and light. Or another time when he called them, you are a city on a hill, right? A light that cannot be hidden, right? The Apostle Paul picks up on that theme of light and the difference of Christians from the rest of the world in most of his New Testament letters. But I wanted to point one out to you in particular, and that comes from Philippians chapter 2, verses 14 and 15, where Paul writes this about Christians and Christian living. Do everything without complaining or arguing, so that you may become blameless and pure, children of God, without fault, in a crooked and depraved generation in which you will shine like stars in the universe. Right? Did you catch that? Stars stand out in the night sky. And according to the Apostle Paul, they are standing out from a crooked and depraved generation. Now, think about this. It was written 2,000 years ago. Is our generation still crooked and depraved? Yes, right? Are there Christians still standing out in the night sky because of the way that they live? Yeah. So as we work backwards in this verse, we go back to that very first statement. With the knowledge that you can stand out in a crooked and depraved generation, and the question is how? And it says, do everything without complaining or arguing. Right? Isn't that interesting? That there's something that you cannot do or should not do that makes you stand out. And that's complain or argue. Right? And really, when we think about it, do you complain? Right? Do you argue? Yeah, we probably all can look in the mirror and say we do that. But that's one of those things. And really what he's talking about here is complaining about the life that God has given you. And we don't want to be people like that. We want to trust that God is on the throne of our lives, that he is directing and wooing and moving and orchestrating and engineering all things in our lives to help us to know him better, to trust him more, and to walk with him every single day. And so this week, the challenge is don't be a complainer. Don't be an arguer, but be someone who lives in light of eternity. I hope you can do that this week, and I'm praying that the Lord will enable you to do that very thing. Have a great week, everyone.